RayWilliamJohnson is an American actor, comedian, and internet celebrity, best known for his eponymous YouTube channel and his web series on that channel, Equals 3. In 2013, the channel surpassed 10 million subscribers and had over 2 billion views, making it one of the most watched and subscribed to channels at the time. Johnson left the series in March 2014 but continued to produce it and other web series like Buzz Lightyear, Comedians On, and Top 6, the first two of which were later cancelled. Johnson was born and raised in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma and attended Norman North High School where he graduated in 1999. He later attended the Columbia University School of General Studies, where he studied history, but didn't graduate. His goal was to later earn a law degree after completing his undergraduate studies. He began posting videos on YouTube during college. These videos were standard video blogs that Johnson published on a now-deleted channel. These early videos garnered a following of around 30 people. Ray began posting videos to his RayWilliamJohnson channel in April 2009. In 2011, the channel became YouTube's first to reach 5 million subscribers. The channel had also attained nearly 2 billion total views. Originally, Ray produced videos out of his New York City apartment, but, in 2011, he signed a deal with Maker Studios to produce videos on set in Culver City, California. While at Maker Studios, Ray produced a Spanish-language version of the series, Iguala Trace, and also produced a series of comedic animated music videos on a side channel called Your Favorite Martian. In October 2012, Ray announced that he would be leaving Maker Studios, contending that they had been pressuring him to sign a new contract that limited his access to his AdSense account and would reportedly take 40% of his earnings from the series in December 2013. Johnson announced that he would be ending Equals 3 in the near future to focus on other projects. His last show as host, titled, Thank You for Everything, was published on March 12, 2014, and was around 14 minutes long. In 2015, Johnson sued Jukin Media for requesting the removal of 40 Equals 3 videos which sampled their content. The case was later settled. In the interview for the Impulsive podcast he revealed personal information about his abusive father when Ray was 13.
So, my dad died, okay? Now, the story doesn't go the way you think about it. So he was never really in my life. Like, he was, when he was married to my mom when I was, right when I was born, he was like pretty abusive guy, had substance problems and all that. And then growing up, he wasn't in the picture, he was a deadbeat. So when I was 13 years old, I was fighting with my mom a lot, just a single mom. And I was like, I'm gonna like have a relationship with my dad. I'm trying to go live with my dad. That's gonna be cool. So I went and lived with my dad, and he was like the cool dad, like, you know, like he'd let me have a beer every now and then. And you know, I'm 13, so I'm like, this is amazing. And it was like the next state over, so it was far away from, you know, my mom and all that I could be. And it took me about 3 months to realize that this was not a good idea, because this guy was a drunk, like a really bad alcoholic, so he was an addict. He smoked weed all the time, which is not a huge deal, except that he never had a job the entire time I was there, nor did he have one years before or after. Damn. He lived off he mooched off his girlfriend, who actually did have a job. Yep. He did a lot of meth, and when I say he was abusive, he would smack around his girlfriend and my half-sister, who was from a different family, right? So she lived there too. So he would smack them around, like get super drunk and violent. I remember one day he picked up one of those big ass mason jars of loose change and threw it at his girlfriend's head, like full of change. You know how heavy that is? And it shattered on the wall. He took a wooden broom and he speared it through the wall, throwing it at his girlfriend.
Holy shit. Like
speared it into the sheetrock. Like, dude was super violent, right? Yeah. And I was young enough to know, like, he was never abusive to me. And I don't know why, probably because my biological grandfather would have destroyed him, because he was a mean old man. But he was never abusive to me, so I just had to watch everyone else go through it.
Ray also said that after his drunk father hit up on his stepsister, he decided to never talk to him again.
He goes to introduce her fiance to him, and my dad was like falling over drunk. And he knew she was coming. This wasn't a surprise visit. And he's so wasted that he hits on her. Like, he made a pass at his own biological daughter in front of her fiance. And her fiance, I think, almost kicked his ass. But again, it was just another story that I was like, I'm never talking to this guy again.
These experiences made Ray realize he doesn't want to be like his father. He moved to TikTok and now roasts TikTokers, and he also posts videos on YouTube Shorts, getting over 1 million views in the first 24 hours. He recently reached 10 million subscribers on YouTube. Many people say he's an OG and will always be. Did you know him before? Comment down below.